Yeah, we've been sat here a while. We was chatting away to somebody there. Right. I shall not be able to use that bit of footage that I got earlier on. There was somebody planting something nearby, and I did get a snip of the video. Turns out that I kind of knew who she was, and she was planting something in memory of her mother, who died coming up to a year ago. Apparently, it's the anniversary. Would you believe it that the lady who died was the lady who had Fred? We used to see Fred. He'd come running over and have a biscuit and all of that. Well, of course, we haven't seen him for quite a while. Well, it turns out he's been rehomed in a totally different part of the country because his mistress died and he was inconsolable and had separation anxiety, couldn't be left. It was inconsolable. So they gave it about 9 months trying to look after poor old Fred, but he was inconsolable and ended up getting rehomed somewhere. And she showed me a photograph. He's doing well. Quite an age now. What, about 14 or something like that? He's quite old, but he's allegedly quite happy and doing okay. Fred's mistress, who died, was the lady when I first moved here who gave me that enormous brass cannon shell that I have pride of place in the corner of the room. It's a bit of a mucky mess now because of the wet bear flicking all over it and it going brown again, but that's one of the things that I would probably never part with. It has value to me, that sort of, I don't know, just emotional value for some reason. Anyway, it was her who gave me that, so she was significant in my little world. And apparently she died about a year ago, all during the COVID, and it was not good. Anyway, that was the long conversation that we just had with her daughter, who was here planting something in her memory. It was good to see her. Yeah, it's a funny old world, isn't it? Yeah, tent man has ended up sat on the chair there. Come on, mate, we're just sat here, all done with a ball. It's a bit flipping chilly here, mate. I think we shall maybe try and head for the woods. There you go. Okay, we've topped the bag up off the beach here. To the bin. I'm not climbing in there. There's a tin can over there also. Not gonna bother. It's quite enough, thank you very much. Wonder where that came from. Floating around for who knows how long. Don't even know what language that is. To the bin. Rubbish is in the bin. We just passed a dog walker. Walking the other way. Why didn't he take the bag? I think high tide was about 7 o'clock this morning. It's been falling the whole time we've been out. It's pretty low right now. There is still frost over here, so it's that cold. Very white, just there. There's a tiny bit of sun reaching the beach over there, mate. Should we go and sit right over there? We just passed somebody who said you have the beach to yourself. Quite right he was. We have the beach to ourselves. Nobody else here. That's interesting. That is crazy string. That's what happens when you mess with it. It just turns to nothing, turns into powder. And there's a whole great wodge of it right there. So it's all drifting about in the marine environment. The sea creatures no doubt will be eating it, and people will be eating the sea creatures. It's rubbish. It will be going in with the crazy string. Actually, we play with a broken one, and I don't care if somebody else has it. Oh, found ball. There's quite a crow gathering up here. There's quite a large number of them sat on the rock cutter. And we had a bit of a play with the found broken rubbishy ball. We're all done with the rubbish there, Bear. All done with the rubbish. That's going in the rubbish bag. Thank you very much. Ew, ew, ew. Thank you very much. We shall be walking on the frost. I made mention the other day, did I not, about people just throwing their tissues down everywhere here. A new trend. There's another. We'll be looking for a stick here.